Hey, what's up, folks? If you're looking for the best Blu-ray players, you've landed in the perfect spot. We've done the research to bring you the best Blu-ray players options for this year. Considering price, performance, and usage scenarios, stick around to discover which Blu-ray players is the best fit for you. You can find all the product links with the best deals in the description box below. Our list is in no particular order, so be sure to stay tuned till the end. Let's get started. Number 1. Panasonic DP-UB9000. The DP-UB9000 is Panasonic's flagship 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player, and it's the model to buy if you have an elite home theater setup and need something that can really push it to the max. It's beautifully made, enviably specified, and unashamedly premium. The heavy metal build and luxe design mean it feels high-end too. It's not just a pretty face. The DP-UB9000 was the first UHD deck from Panasonic to support all the key HDR formats: vanilla HDR10, its dynamic sibling HDR10, HLG, and Dolby Vision. When we tested the DP-UB9000 by its audio as by its image quality, it boasts high-quality DACs, 2-channel and 7.1-channel analog outputs, and high-res audio support. Toss in a host of smart features, and the UB9000 zicks nearly every box in our book. Naturally, all of these flagship features don't come cheap. However, for those seeking the best Blu-ray playback around and don't mind about it lacking some audio disc support, look no further. In our review, we wrote its picture performance and overall build quality actually make that lofty price tag look like a steal, while cinematic imagery, full HDR compatibility, and that powerful HDR optimizer make this player a must-have for videophiles. Number 2. Panasonic DP-UB150EB. This Panasonic 4K player represents great value for money. Feature-wise, it's a little sparse. The main one missing is Dolby Vision support, which could put some buyers off. But it's the performance that matters, and on that front it delivers. It can provide 7.1 surround sound using a supported system, and the audio is nicely detailed, with an impressive sense of scale. There's a lot to admire when it comes to picture quality. Too dark details are easily strong enough, while it handles 4K upscaling with aplomb. A great buy for those working on a tight budget. Number 3. Sony UBP-X700. If you want an affordable route into the world of 4K Blu-ray players, the Sony UBP-X700 is a great option. It's one of the most talented 4K players we've seen at this kind of money. It's a fun, involving performance. Pictures are stacked with detail. The Sony displays a wonderfully subtle picture that's impeccably judged while being hugely entertaining. Sound quality is equally stirring with its zippy, dynamic character complementing that class-leading picture. The Sony ticks most of the boxes you'd expect a player to at this price, and includes both Dolby Vision and HDR10 support, but no HDR10. Despite not flashing the high-res audio badge, the X700 can also play up to 24-bit .192 kg files and supports a number of formats, including WAV, FLAC, and DSD. There's also smart functionality and twin HDMI outputs. This Sony machine is good enough to boost all manner of home cinema systems, so you can buy. Number 4. Xbox Series X. If you're sussing out a gaming console to play your 4K Blu-rays and DVDs, it's worth keeping in mind the Xbox Series X. It supports Dolby Vision HDR, unlike the PS5, but only from streaming services. This doesn't extend to the disk drive, hence why the console is so low in this list. It supports Dolby Atmos audio, but probably more usefully it passes Atmos or DTS:X soundtracks through to your TV to handle when set up properly. We did find that it could be picky about passing DTS:X through a TV that doesn't support it to a sound system that does, though. In our tests, we also found that the 4K image quality and HD upscaling were both a little weaker from the Xbox Series X than the PS5. So we'd pick the PS5 if you're serious about playing UHD discs, but you can read more about the Xbox's disc support in our dedicated guide to whether the Xbox Series X is a good Blu-ray player. The Xbox Series X does still serve as a great choice if you're after a home entertainment system, as it gives you Dolby Vision streaming and gaming along with basic 4K Blu-ray playback. Number 5. Sony PlayStation 5 Slim. The Sony PS5 Slim is helping to keep 4K Blu-ray technology alive with its dedicated disc drive in the mainline console, at least. While you can buy a slightly cheaper discless version, it's the standard edition console we're interested in here. The PS5 Slim's disk drive can play 4K Blu-rays, which is fitting, since Sony helped to popularize Blu-ray players with the PS3 whole console generations ago. As an all-round media center, the PS5 isn't quite as advanced as the Xbox Series X, largely because it doesn't support Dolby Vision HDR over streaming. However, both consoles can pass Dolby Atmos and DTS-X soundtracks through to your TV, and neither console supports Dolby Vision HDR or HDR10 from Blu-rays, so actually the PS5 isn't at any disadvantage for discs compared to the Xbox. Where it does have an advantage, though, is picture quality. In our tests, we found that the PS5's image is cleaner and sharper for native 4K than the Xbox, and it upscales HD Blu-rays with more natural results. So we think of the two consoles, the Sony is the better Blu-ray player. We explain more in our dedicated guide to whether the PS5 is a good Blu-ray player. Number 6. Panasonic DP-UB820. The Panasonic DP-UB820 is easily the best 4K Blu-ray player on the market for most people. It offers full HDR support, plenty of connectivity options with up to 7.1 channels of analog audio output, Wi-Fi capabilities including video streaming, and varied playback functionality. And as an added bonus, it comes at a very competitive price. Picture quality on the Panasonic DP-UB820 is fantastic, with 4K HDR images looking particularly brilliant. Colors are punchy, textures are sharp and defined, and black tones are accurate. We found during our testing that this was the case across the board, whether it was 4K Blu-ray, standard Blu-ray, and even DVD. In our review, we said its 4K upscaling is effective, giving regular non-4K Blu-ray a whole new level of detail. So for those looking to get that little bit extra out of their Blu-ray picture, the DP-UB820 is here to help. Audio is another of the UB820's strengths, with excellent Dolby Atmos reproduction in particular. During testing, we found that even through a mid-range Dolby Atmos soundbar, the room-filling effect we were looking for was still present. The UB820 also boasts different external audio connections, including a dedicated HDMI audio output and up to 7.1 channels of direct analog audio output for those with a home theater setup. Number 7. Panasonic DP-UB154. One of Panasonic's more budget-friendly 4K Blu-ray players, the Panasonic DP-UB154 gives you real value for money. It may be light on connections, but its picture quality more than makes up for this. As a bonus, it's also very competitively priced, currently sitting around the $169 PS159 mark. One thing that we have noticed is that the DP-UB154 isn't readily available all the time, so if you find this to be the case, look out for the Panasonic DP-UB150, which in terms of specs is virtually the same as the DP-UB154. Contrast and natural textures are the UB154's real picture strengths, making any movie thrown at it look great. Its 4K upscaling really brings something new to non-4K discs, bringing extra detail. In our review, we said, when viewing Godzilla vs. Kong on 4K, that the neon streets of Tokyo were bold, vibrant, and as eye-wateringly garish as I hoped during the climactic fight scene between Godzilla and Kong.